virtualization. We've kind of led the industry in what a cloud can be because of the virtualization stuff that we've done. Wasn't called cloud at the time, but much of what cloud requires is what we've done in virtualization for some years now. What's different about cloud? This is the second point. I think when Amazon began realizing that there's a lot of what they have in their infrastructure that they could then monetize by selling storage and selling computing power, that led to the notion of this kind of cloud. Where we headed with it is that it seems to me that in many ways cloud computing is like virtualization on steroids, but we're seeing a bifurcation to some degree where people like the idea of clouds and that you don't want to push off some of the design decisions about the network because it's just a commodity. But at the same time, you still need privacy. And so I think at first people were saying clouds are just clouds, all clouds are the same. But I believe there's a growing realization that there are different kinds of clouds, Cumulus and Nimbus and all these kinds of things. And at least the public and private clouds is one of the bifurcations that go on there. So where will we be 5 years from now? Gosh, I will project out by saying that by then the frequency scaling wars will be well over, so we're not going to see performance uptick in most of our microprocessors, I think, in terms of bumping up the frequencies. We're going to probably see processors where we're down to maybe in 10 years about 7 atoms per transistor. Right now we're a few dozen atoms per transistor. And once you start getting to that point, then quantum effects start playing a role there. And so that community, and I'm not a hardware expert, what that community tells me is this is absolutely pushing them to multi-core kinds of things. So I think one of the interesting actions you're going to see here in the coming coming few years is how do we as an industry come to grips with providing levels of abstraction over the multiple cores that we have out there.